As you embark this journey of entrepreneurship, of being a business person, you're going to have to be a great leader. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly what you need so your leadership skills are on fire. The first thing that we got to talk about if you want to be a leader is being the student. See, a lot of people want to go out there and start preaching and start talking shit. I did this and I did that. Have you been the student? Are you thirsty for knowledge? I don't know about you. The best teachers that I've ever had, the best mentors that I ever came across were one day the student. You must learn before you preach. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to be a great leader, learn to listen. So what are the qualities of being a student? I just mentioned one. Learn to listen. The art of communication, I used to think, is about me talking all the time, me trying to sell somebody something. It wasn't until I started listening. Because if you listen close enough, people will give you the answer. So if you're trying to be a leader, if you're trying to sell someone a lot of stuff like I was, in the real estate sales world, you must listen. They will tell you the answer. So as we go on to this business journey, as we're trying to teach, we must first learn. So how do we do that? Well, surround yourself with good mentors, pay for coaching, listen to YouTube channels, buy books, listen to books. There's 1,000,001 ways to get educated right now because we are in a value giving age. Everybody is giving value to you. Start soaking that in. Now, as you soak that in, you have to pick your field. Let me tell you something from the mistakes that I've made. I used to try to get good at everything. And you will become good at a lot of things. But if you want to become a world class, if you want to become a great, you have to pick that one thing. What is that one thing that you desire? If you have to pause this video, do it. You can just click on pause and I'll be right here waiting for you. But you must define what is that one thing that you really want to be great at. What is it? Yes, could be in business. For me, it was in real estate. I wanted to be good in real estate. So how was I going to become good in real estate? I wasn't born into a family with money. So I had to make capital. So I got into real estate sales. Real estate sales helped me acquire commission. I use those commission checks to buy a real estate portfolio. Now I'm using all these amazing models to build a huge real estate organization so I can get paid residually. Because when I was making commission, I was trading hours for dollars, but I was a student. I sought out mentors that were doing something above and beyond commission. I'm like, wow, I want to do that too. Can you help me? I asked them, and guess what they did? They helped me. So now I'm building these huge organizations under the real estate umbrella. So you have to pick what you're doing. And if you're watching this YouTube channel, you probably want to rock real estate too. So understand that you must be the student before you can be the leader. That's step one. Let's go to step two. You must also be the example. See, it's not good enough just being the student. You got to be an A+ student because no one wants to hear someone that's failing at shit unless you want to teach people how to fail. You want to be an A+ student. You want to be a rocking what you do. You must be the example. So many people try to shortcut this and it pisses me off. It does piss me off because we rather have the clout than do the work. You have social media just like I do. And people are coming on there and showing what great leaders they are. They're shortcutting it. They're leasing vehicles they can't afford, renting homes that they do not possess so they can put it on social media. What? Yo, I'm from the old school. You got to do it. Then you can preach it. So be the example. So when it comes to leadership, in order for me to teach real estate, hey, if you want to learn real estate and you want to kick ass and make millions of dollars in commissions, buy this course. Deals on Autopilot. It's right here. But why can I teach it? Because I've done it. I was the example. I've proven the methodology, so other people started asking me, Rick, how do I do this? So I started a real estate team, and now I started a coaching program. How can I do that if I wasn't the example? Let's go backwards one step. How could I possibly do that if I didn't pay hundreds of thousands of dollars in coaching? Coaching and mentorship is the best investment you can make. You want to buy a Ferrari? Cool. Why don't you become the Ferrari? Invest in yourself. Invest in your mind. Invest in your body. Invest in your soul. Man, I'm passionate about this. This is why we must be the example. Just do it like Nike says. It is the best 3 words on the planet. Find the formula, surround yourself with people that have done it, and then just do it. Let's go on to step number 3. Grow your squad. So you're the student, you became the example, people are going to be attracted to you. So you must grow your team, you must grow your squad. There's many different ways of doing that. You can build a social media following. You can build an organization, a business, a team. You can hire employees. Either way, it doesn't matter. You got to grow your squad. And if you were smart, you would do everything I just mentioned because you need it all eventually. Once you grow your squad, you have to learn how to delegate to people. Now, there's only 2 ways someone is going to listen to you while you're delegating to them. A, they want to be like you, so they'll do work for you and with you because they one day want to sit on your chair, and you should be able to help them because as a leader, you should be leading with contribution. It's no fun if your homies can't have none. You know what I'm saying? You can't be the only one eating all the time. You would want other people to follow you. You would want to create leaders. If you're a leader and you just want to preach to followers, shut this video off. I'm not for you. But if you're a leader that wants to create other leaders, yeah, I'll mess with you all day. So one way is they want to be with you. They want to be like you. The second way, you got to pay them or put them on salary. Either way, make sure you grow your squad, and you're probably going to have to do both, and get really good at delegating. We heard this before, and if you're hearing this the first time, I want you to do this. You need to calculate your hourly rate. Okay? If you are doing $5, $10, $20 an hour jobs, that's going to be your net worth. That's going to be your salary. Delegate the $10, $20, $30 an hour jobs and concentrate on whatever you want. The $1,000 an hour, the $10,000 a day. It's possible. I know it's possible. And it's also possible to do that residually. So when you become the student, you lead by example, you will grow your squad. After you get all that, you might become lazy. Hey man, I'll be honest with you. I made some money, millions of dollars. And then for a period of time, I was actually talking to a friend about this the other day. I got complacent. I started eating out all the time. Started eating shit all the time. That's what I enjoy. That's my vice. I don't drink too much. I don't smoke cigarettes. I don't do any drugs. I eat cupcakes. You know what I'm saying? And I eat ice cream with my kids. That's my vice. So I started doing that. Okay, I still was into health and fitness, but I could afford the good life. I can afford Uber Eats all the time. I can afford going to restaurants all the time. But I needed to stay hungry. See, when you get all these things, guys, it's really easy to slip. Don't make the mistake I did. And you will probably make this mistake too, because it's a marathon. It's not a sprint. And there is hills and valleys. But the only mistake is actually failure if you don't learn from it. You understand what I'm saying? It's okay to make a mistake, but a mistake is actually a failure if you don't learn from that mistake. If you make that mistake and you learn from it, it's not really a failure. It's a learning experience. So you must stay hungry. So what are some of the tips that I use to stay hungry? Man, for me, what works is I always get back into some kind of fitness routine. Because it reminds me of the time when I was broke and I just wanted to get jacked. You know, it puts you back to that space. Don't look at all the numbers in your bank account. Here's the biggest thing that's going to help you. Ready for it? It trumps everything I just said when it comes to staying hungry. Contribution. Magical word. If you learn to lead through contribution, what does that mean? Helping others achieve what you already achieved. That feels good. It's better than money. And if you're making money while you're doing that, even better. Because the more money you make while helping people, guess what? The more people you can help. So when you start understanding the feeling of creating a legacy through helping others, that is true currency. Because I'll tell you, at your funeral, your currency ain't money anymore. It's all the people talking good and blessing your name. And you only do that by helping them while you're still here. See, life is not all about helping yourself. That's cool. That makes you a star. For those of you that follow sports, right? There's a lot of stars out there. But what makes a star a superstar? Legend. Helping others get better. That's the difference between a star and a superstar. That's the difference from being good to great. See, people think that if they did 90% of the work, which made them good, they only need to do another 10% to make them great. I got some news for you. To do that last 10%, you have to do that 90% over again, and it is the hardest part. And in order to get there, you got to stay hungry. It's hard to stay hungry when you're good. But if you do, you will become great. When all this is said and done, as a leader, you're going to be focusing on training others and recruiting the right people to the team. See, training and recruiting is the last step in this video anyway. And I learned this the hard way. I used to train people that didn't deserve my training. Let me explain. I'm not being cocky with it. I wasn't good at recruiting is what I'm saying. Because you can get people on the bus. Like my first real estate team, for example. I invited my family, my best friends. Why? Because it was like my entourage. I felt like I owed them something because I'm the one guy that made it. So I'm like, hey, you come on my team. You be the ISA. Hey, I have a position for you. I was being nice, right? Wrong. I was being a coward. I felt like I had loyalty to people that didn't deserve my loyalty. And if you're watching this video, you know who you are. Okay, so I was recruiting the wrong people on my sales team. Guess what happened to my first real estate team? Guessed it. It flunked. So I did it over again. And I got really good at recruiting. My recruiting practice, if you wanted to be on my sales team, was so good. I would start with a personality test, then the interview process, then the training, and the final step would be dinner or coffee or a meeting with the person's significant other or their mother, their father, whoever they live with. Because I wanted to make sure I had their buy-in too. That's recruiting. getting the right people on the bus. You know why I spent so much time getting right people on the bus? Because I knew that I was going to give it everything I have in the training portion. And I don't want to waste my breath on people that don't have what it takes. People that can't meet me on the 50-yard line. People that can't do the work. Man, I'm blessed right now. I'm so blessed right now. My team and I, we work hard. They work harder than me. I've never had that in my life before. Why? Because I was patient. I followed the steps in this video, and I recruited the right people on the squad that were like-minded, and things couldn't be going better. So, if you follow these steps, you're going to be an awesome leader. But remember, just because these steps seem small, the time in between are long. You have to put in the time. For example, from becoming the student to becoming the example, that takes a lot of work. So listen, follow the steps in this video and you too will be an awesome leader. Take care, y'all.